Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Pretty much in a holding pattern there, still going a little higher, but hasn't put in actually a higher high yet again. But it's sort of holding in this ascending wedge pattern that we already talked about in yesterday's video. So what we can notice when we just simply look at price action, we can see that the price is forming this overlapping structure here that indicates that this move up is getting exhausted. In all of this structure, this is the first time that we've seen this quite characteristic overlapping corrective price structure. And that typically happens towards the end of a fifth wave, okay? Or actually in a fifth wave. That could now be here the fifth wave within the fifth wave. We'll see if it actually leads to a breakdown. Now, very important here to understand that the trend can still push higher. It wouldn't be the first time that a trend extends, and breaks to price breaks out to the upside of an ascending wedge pattern. It is rare, but it happens. Therefore, we want to be very mindful of the relevant levels that need to break to really confirm that this wave one, so this is a 5-wave move, that this wave one is actually over. First of all, to the upside, should we make another high above the roughly $34 level, I would pay attention here to this ascending trend line. If I zoom out, you see that a little bit better here. This ascending trend line, I would pay attention to that. It might lead to a rejection. If not this level, then maybe the range around $38.70. They are definitely key levels to watch. The trend to the upside isn't broken, but certainly the bulls have more and more difficulties. Now, what I find noteworthy, that here in the last couple of days, in which some cryptos already started to correct like 3%, 4%, 5% after quite substantial rallies, Solana is still holding quite well, which is quite impressive. So essentially, I'm still considering further upside from here, but I'm watching at the same time. Basically, I'm on high alert for a breakdown from here in wave 2. And this would be an ABC structure, as I said. But what is the first level that needs to break to really consider that this wave 2 is starting, and to reduce the likelihood of further extensions higher? Well, we need to see a break to the downside of this trend line. The first trend line broke, indicates again something is changing on this chart. We even retested this trend line from below, but we haven't seen any impulsive declines. The last move down here was only in 3 waves. That would typically suggest trend continuation higher, or if it's going down from here, it would be a diagonal, so quite choppy. So that's something I'm watching. So it certainly isn't, it's not a 5-wave move down, so we cannot have a strong leaning towards a move down from here. Very important. Now, then I would like to see obviously a break of that dotted line, breaking below that ascending dotted trend line would be additional evidence. And then the previous swing low, and I find this one here quite meaningful. That's a bit too early here, but this one at $29.50. When that breaks, then I will look at $28, and that's really the first meaningful fib level. That if this 50% fib level breaks, then this would be my confirmation to say, okay, we are in wave 2. And the A wave would ideally react to the 38.2 fib level, then get a B wave rally and a C wave to the downside eventually. What specific support is going to be? I mean, we will need to see where the A wave bottoms, what the B wave does, and we will define the relevant levels along the way. But only when the wave B is complete, only as soon as the B wave is complete, I can really give you a clear target for the C wave to the downside. What I don't want it to do is to break below $20, because this would break the overall structure and I would have to turn bearish on Solana. But at the moment, bullish, but waiting basically, or being on high alert for a pullback. Now, one thing to mention, if this is really a diagonal pattern that's unfolding here in the last wave up, then Elliott wave teaches us that normally we have to expect sharp pullbacks or sharp correction after such a diagonal is finished. You can't really say when exactly the diagonal will be finished. It might get one more extension higher, but the pullback afterwards should be quite sharp, because diagonals indicate exhaustion. And it's just something that we see over and over again after a diagonal, quite a sharp pullback. Not much more to add, so I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.